Anything that looks funny, just take it off. Don't want to leave it on there. And the last one. So that's all of my leather leaf, all sorted and ready. So what I will do with that is pick it up and move it. There it is, guys. Like, that's all of the foliage. Because obviously, like, there's the spriggy bits, we'll keep them, but these bits can all go into. Not too many of these bits all laying about. Good for doggies. Right. There's the sprigs. We'll put them up that on there for the minute, and we'll sort them out at the end. Let's get still going. So now we're gonna bring these two buckets round here so I can get to them. This is for the arrangement, for the tribute arrangement bucket here. Does look cool. So now we're going to start with the baby's breath. Can wait a minute. Put the bigger ones in first. So these are what go at the end of the casket, so you'd have it like sticking out a bit, and you just have that at the end, and you'll have all of the other flowers and stuff over it. They're really, really pretty. I'm not using any of them ones in the little one. I've got 8 of these. These are your stock. So I've got 8 of them, and they're just for the casket. And we've got like baby's breath. This is your filler flowers. Really, really pretty. So I was going to have 3 bits in, so I just want one little bit to go in the other box because I wanted to, right, that's quite a big one. Got to be really gentle with it, guys, because it could all fall apart and you don't want it to fall apart. So just be like, little bits are going to fall off, you can't help it, but if you can try to not lose as much of it as you can, it's brilliant. Oh, little bits coming off, but that's really wedged in there. How's that wedged in there like that? Okay. Oh, right, so yeah, that's, and that is definitely going to be for the funeral bit, and that one. And this little, oh, this is what I'm saying, it's very fiddly, guys, very, very fiddly, because you can get bits stuck together, and so that's for the funeral casket. Funeral casket. We use those 3 for the funeral casket, and this one can go into the other one. So just a little snip off the end and put it in the water. Try not to keep getting it stuck with everything. And you can break these off into little bits, because as you can see there's a lot of little stem bits. Keeps getting stuck together. Stop getting stuck together. As you can see there's a lot of like little bits, so you can cut them off and just stick them in, and it just makes a really beautiful filler. And also it helps with, because of as well as being filler, it gives out texture and it gives out plumpness in the casket, because the last thing you want is your casket looking flat, so it gives a bit of life to it. So these ones are going in here. Oh, you need to go over that side because we're going to have problems. Right, next bit. So now we're going to get the roses and that and put them in, because I don't want to leave them out much longer because they've got them funny. And then we'll get the purple ones. Right. So we'll start with the big roses. We'll do them first. And we'll do the stray roses after. I'm not sure if I have to defawn them or not. If I don't, it's going to be awesome. But if I do, I have got the utensils to do so. Right here. And you just literally put it round and pull it off. We've got 20 beautiful white roses to go on my mum's casket. I am going to be putting 2 into oh wow, they deformed them for me. That's so sweet. Right, so I always take the first bit, like that bit off. It's nice to leave a little, like there's a little bit of foliage there, but it's not much. Can't really feel that. So obviously you've got the roses and everything here. Obviously you've got the outer petal, which is known as the guard petal. That's what you would take off when you're going to put them into the arrangement, and then you'll have the beautiful flower underneath. Never take them off when you're just putting them in to store them in water and stuff, because it's not good for them, and it'll keep them protected as well. So in my little tribute one, I'm only obviously putting 2 in. No, I was going to have 17, so I was going to put 3 roses in the tribute one. So that's 2. So one more. We want a really beautiful one to go. What's that one? So pretty. So we've got 3 beautiful roses. As I said, keep your guard petals on because it protects the roses. It stops them getting bruised and all that sort of thing. Again, on any of your flowers, always do an angle in your stem. So not straight, angled, because you stop the flowers from getting food when you do that. And that's never a good thing. Hang on a minute. Now to put the roses in. They are beautiful. It's nice to have a little bit of foliage on them because then it kind of gives that bushiness out in the arrangement, and it also acts as a filler as well. I try not to get them too like go above where I just cut there because you don't want anything to go wrong. Kind of take it off because then I haven't got to do it later. All I've got to do is cut them down to size and take the guard petals off, and that is it. Because it takes ages otherwise. So this is what the prepping is getting them how you want them to look, and then all you have to do on the day is just cut them down to the sizes you're needing and take off the guard petals, and you've got the beautiful roses underneath. So obviously this is what I'm prepping for my mum's funeral. I'm making her casket spray, which is the arrangement that goes on top of the coffin. And you would have it in the ceremony and things like that. Oh, these ones have got something on them. Hang on. Yep, they're gone. That one's quite long, so we don't want too long. Some of them I'm keeping longer, some of them I'm not, because obviously when you're doing the arrangement, they're going to go in different places. So you're going to have some that are like shorter, you're going to have some that are longer for a reason. Let's clean cut that again. Just make sure there's no bits on that one. Right. Don't worry if the guard petals look a bit mashed. If you're picking up your roses and some of them have got like leaves that are not very good and stuff like that, just take them off, guys. It don't matter if they're the big ones or the small, it doesn't really matter. As long as you've got them how they're supposed to be. Normally, that's it. Don't want to pull it off. You see, some of them, they don't take the thorns off, or they've missed them or something. So you have to make sure that you do them yourself. And they don't have to have the leaves on them. Some people don't have the leaves on them. It really depends on them. Beautiful roses. Do it again. I don't like I can't remember if I've cut it. I will cut it again. So I don't want anything dying. I know I cut that one. Put that in. So yeah, my mum's casket one I'm making tomorrow now, instead of waiting. The guy said that it should be fine to make it on that. Normally that's what he would do. He does it like a couple of days before. All you have to make sure you do is keep them watered well. I will put some more water in. I won't be able to put as much into the foliage one because that would be a bit risky, but I'll put a little bit more in it. And I'm using them tomorrow anyway, so them ones are not to be worried about. So you're seeing me preparing my beautiful roses. Again, as I said to you, when you're doing it, make sure you do get a clean cut because you don't want them to be sick. Do not let leaves go into the water. Always cut at an angle. And be gentle when you're prepping them and you're putting them in the water and when you're taking them out, obviously. For roses, you take off the guard petals when you're making the arrangement. But beforehand, you would make sure there's no thorns and stuff like that. So, and while you're prepping, like I'm doing now, so that on the day, all you've got to do is cut them into the sizes. Take off the petals that are not needed. Well, no, sorry, we've just done that. So all you have to do is just cut them into the sizes you need, and making sure that the guard petals are off. That's all you've got to do. And the reason you keep the guard petals on is just so that they don't get damaged, because flowers are very delicate, and especially when they've been picked and cut and stuff, you've got to be really careful with them. Only put about that much water in a bucket when you're first doing it, and then you can just fill it up when you're done. Next is our beautiful spray roses. You only have to cut a little bit off of these because they're not very big, guys, so it's really important you remember that. And be really careful when you're cutting off the string. You don't want to do anything to them. With these, I don't really like to have the leaves on them. I like them without, and I just stick them one or two together, or whatever, three, whatever I feel like. And obviously with the spray roses, you get like a couple on a stem. Sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get more. It really depends. You really don't need to take that much off of the spray roses. I'm going to put them round near the, actually no, these spray roses can go in this one. The big ones like this, where there's loads of them, you keep them for your big arrangement. It's really important. Because in a little arrangement you're not going to need many of them. So these ones go in here. And like that can go into the other one. That's not a problem. It's not very, that's it. It's a clean one. Right, so put that in there, so that's them. Because all I'm going to do with these is literally just cut them off into little bits and just put them throughout the arrangements. So you don't really need much. There's quite a few here then. I'll not put that one into the other one. I will pick up any bits that are flicking across. If you're working with flowers and that, it's never going to be tidy or clean. Believe me guys, everything flicks everywhere, so you've got to just go with it. Right, so that's the spray rose done. Right. Let's get my purple flowers now. Let me just see if I can find where these bits flip so I can get them. Right, and just the purple ones and my little ones here.